welcome back to another playthrough of the Hobbit Saga. I'm Dave Walsh, host of Card Talk, and with me today, as always, through this whole thing, this whole thing being the Hobbit Saga playthrough of the using the recommended decks on the back of the rules insert, is Matt. So, hey Matt, how you doing?
Hey Dave, doing all right. How about yourself?
Well, it's a little late at night, and we're going to try attempt number 3 at the Lonely Mountain, and I'm hoping that this doesn't turn into a Dungeons Deep and Caverns Dim set. Let's say that. It's shaping up to be that way because we've gotten slaughtered quite literally the first 2 times we've played this, and I don't know if there's any way to tech against this. Not that we're going to, but because we can't change our decks, but there's not really any way to tech against this. It's just a matter of getting lucky in terms of that 2B and the chaining Smaug attacks, where he attacks 5 or 6 times. So it's just going to be, I don't know, it's just going to be a mess. So hopefully we get lucky sooner than later, let's say that, because the Battle of 5 Armies is one of my favorite scenarios.
Looking forward to trying it with some decks that hopefully can beat it.
Yeah, me too. So where are we in terms of the lore for this scenario, Matt?
Well, Bilbo and Thorin's company are sitting on the doorstep, you could say, of the secret Erebor entrance. And with Thor's key have opened the door and shoving Bilbo through to do the job he was hired to do and steal some of the treasure from out of underneath Smaug to convince either their kin to come help them reclaim it or hire like some mercenaries and drive Smaug out in force.
Yes, indeedy. So hopefully that works well in the card game. It worked okay in the story, but we haven't successfully done it in the card game yet. So to help set this up, there are 2 versions of Smaug. So there's Smaug the Magnificent, which is out of play, and Smaug the Golden, which is what's in the staging area right now. And so it's kind of like Battle for Laketown in that regard, that there's Smaugs that are different flavors of the same character coming in and out of play. Smaug the Golden is definitely a real beast to try to quest over. And rightly so. I mean, that's thematic because he is he's a dragon. So it should be hard to quest over a dragon. And then we have the Lonely Mountain in the staging area, which pretty much is going to stay there for a long time unless for some silly reason we are able to get all the treasure out from underneath it, but I don't think that that's going to happen. But the treasure, instead of being underneath it, Matt and I decided to put it over here in the special 2 slot, I guess, of Octagon, to be technical about it, but it's just so like we don't turn it over, or just to keep the staging area kind of clear for clarity reasons, I guess, more than anything. And then the last thing that is part of the setup is this bear patch. That's going to come out when Smaug the Magnificent comes out. So that's going to be part of the quest card 3, I guess, is what it ends up being. But you'll hopefully see that in this playthrough. So I guess we are ready to get started for realsies here. And Matt, what do we say when the game gives you a first round bye, pretty much?
Be prepared for a hard quest.
Exactly. So I'll do Control N, and we will get started. Oh, ooh. Okay, I'm feeling okay about this. I have 2 copies of Gandalf in my hand, so I guess I should share my hand with you.
That would help.
And actually, the past 2 times it wouldn't have helped. Right? Like it just wouldn't have been a thing. Okay, so what do you want to do? I guess you're
Well,
first here, but
I'm going to make Balin the Steward of Gondor.
that's always good. You gotta love a Ballin Steward of Gondor.
And then I will make Thorin King Under the Mountain.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and look at my top 2 cards here, which are King Under the Mountain and To Me My Kingsfolk. Well, I don't need that second King Under the Mountain, so go ahead and discard that one of the 2. But hey, card draw.
Yep. And it puts an ally back into your hand, so or into play, and then so that
Back into the deck.
may be nice for if we're trying to do like a big questing push. Do you want to go get the magic ring with Bilbo?
Ah, yes, thank you. That definitely would be a good idea. That was the very last card, too. All right.
And so then we can exhaust the magic ring to get a resource.
Erase my threat. Okay.
Okay. And then for me, I think the only thing that I'm going to do is put in the Hammersmith just to get up to 5 dwarves. I could put Expert Treasure Hunter. Do you like Expert Treasure Hunter?
I do like Expert Treasure Hunter.
Okay. I'll put Expert Treasure Hunter over on your... Now, the only reason why I'm a little hesitant to do that is because some of the burgle effects, but it'll be fine. So I'll put Expert Treasure Hunter on your character. And now I guess we are ready to quest, but there's no quest phase. And then we can't travel, and we're not going to engage Smaug the Magnificent. I don't know. He can't leave the staging area anyways, right? Cannot be engaged. It's not anything that we can worry about. So, and so that's what we mean by a free, like we get this free round, right? So at the end of the round, we advance to stage 2.
You do indeed. And
okay, so a whole big wall of text, flavor text, and then now we get to do this. Are you
get to Control N for a new round?
Yep. So Control N, and I get to draw an extra card, and look, I'm gonna actually. Maybe I'll be able to benefit from having Smaug burn up all my allies. Oh, and maybe I should go get the... I'll spend one of the Baggins resources. Since you're in control, you get to remove it, but I'll spend one Baggins resource to go get Sting. And let's see, where's Sting? Is it the bottom card? Nope. It's in the middle of my deck. So close and shuffle that. I'll shuffle it one more time here just because. And I'll put Sting into play onto Bilbo. So I think that's it. I think we're ready to quest.
I think so. Yeah, I'll put my Longbeard Orc Slayer into play since he counts as a dwarf.
Okay. It's reasonable.
And now I'm ready.
Okay. So questing. 2, 4, 6. I'm questing for 6. You're questing for 7, right?
Correct.
So that's 13. And there's 5. that Smaug has. So that's a total of 7 in the staging area right now. So it's 13 versus 7. I will exhaust the 1 ring, raise my threat by 1 just to put the 2 on there. I know that I can do that later, but I'll put the second resource onto Bilbo just in case. Okay.
Card.
First card.
Secret entrance. Not bad. Second card is the hidden path.
Wow. Okay.
So
Requested for successfully by 2. And I feel like the hidden path is a great card for the second stage or the third quest stage.
mhm.
So maybe we keep that there, but let's see.
Well, we still have to do the burgle attempt too for questing successfully before we can travel either one of these.
Okay. Let's burgle.
All right, so it's your burgle attempt.
My burgle.
So
there's a burgle. The first player shuffles his deck and reveals the top card. May discard 1 card that's the same
sphere and type.
So I'm hoping for, I don't know what I'm hoping for. So, okay.
Lore event, tactics ally,
tactics event, neutral ally. Okay.
Smaug the Golden gets a progress.
So here we go. Burgle. Hey, I'll take that. So we burgled successfully. So now we get the top card of the burgle deck, or the treasure deck, or whatever they call it.
We got Thror's Battle Axe.
Okie doke.
So you get to put that in your hand.
I will put that into my hand. Let me take control of it and put it in my hand here. Okay. And the crows go by, and now we have to make a decision about where we're traveling. Oh, the Lonely Mountain gets 2 more threat now. That's a shame.
I guess we're not advancing to stage 3 yet, correct? So we're not built up at all.
I don't think we have any hope of of doing anything if we go to stage 3 right now.
Okay.
So, hidden path is the active location. Maybe the hidden path is the place to go.
The other thing too is I can explore either one of those next turn with Snowborn Scout too.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess if we go to secret entrance, that gets the Lonely Mountain back down to 2 threat, and that could clear the hidden paths just with Snowborn Scout. We don't have to spend our Baggins resources.
Yeah, and then the thing about the secret entrance is it has a travel cost.
Oh,
that's where you have to match. So
I mean, we could just leave it in the stage area.
Leave that.
Only
Yeah.
1 threat.
Mm-hmm. So I think, do we spend the 2 and travel to hidden paths?
It does reduce threat in the staging area for us, so yeah, and
depending on when you bring out your Snowborn, or you can use Snowborn Scout on the secret entrance. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's travel to the hidden path, and we will spend the 2 to
do that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
And looks like we are ready for next round.
Yep. We burgled successfully. Oh my gosh. I just drew my 3rd Gandalf. I'm feeling good about that. Like I don't know. Are we going to try to build up your side of the board to attack and kill um, Smaug, or should I have a big attacker? Like, should I put
I think
Thor's?
it. Yeah, I think you should be putting stuff on Gimli to build him up and see if we can find your Citadel plate.
Right, I agree. Okay, so I'll put Thor's battle axe on the Gimli for nothing, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Do we want to spend the one resource to find more treasure, or are we going to use the resource to... I think we keep the resource for the burgle attempt in case.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Okay, great.
And
Do I bring out Gandalf?
let's see. I think we might want to, just so you get some more card draw.
Yeah. I like the card draw idea. Plus, if we fail the... well, I guess if we fail the burgle attempt, he's going to attack you, not me. Okay.
Well, we could also just try to underquest this turn.
Yeah, but then why bring out Gandalf other than card draw?
Yeah, because you actually need your tactics resources to be able to play a lot of the stuff we need on Gimli anyway.
Right. I mean, maybe the card draw would be good to see if I can find my Citadel plate.
That's what my thought was about the card draw, is just try to get the plate on Gimli, so
okay,
he could take a swing sometime.
Okay, so let's see what I can do here. I'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And I did not get what I wanted. Although I did get Thor's map, which allows us to do some shenanigans with all these crazy things. So, okay.
Well, with King of the Mountain, I have Keeley and Gandalf. And I have enough to play Keeley, which should give me Feely. Yeah, I don't need my second Gandalf necessarily, especially since you've got your 2 other copies as well.
I know. Yep, it's wild.
And I will go ahead and play out Feely. Lower my threat by 1, which I'm not sure if I did that for the first Omvirork Slayer.
I think I forgot to draw a second card here.
Quite possible. So you're going about the 3rd Gandalf. I didn't see another card after that.
Right. Because I was so excited to to play Thor's battle axe. I'm gonna draw another card. I just looked back and I didn't draw another card. So okay.
All right, and so now I've got Feely out.
Okay.
And let's see. We don't really need to explore Secret Entrance with a Stowborn Scout. He's not gonna help us quest, so hold on to him for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Well, since we're building up, I will go ahead and play out the Silver Lode Archer.
Okay.
All right, I think that's it for my planning. Oh, and pay for that a little differently, so Ballin has at least 1 resource.
Okay. And so now we can quest, right? I think I am going to
Right.
quest with Gandalf. I'll quest.
Okay.
I'll quest for. I'll quest for 8.
And we've got, well, Smaug will adjust. We've got 5. And
Like, you
he's
don't
going to
have to
be
be able to quest with. You don't have to quest with all your heroes now because I
right.
quested with Gandalf. So.
Yeah, I'm just trying to math it out a little bit here. Since you're sending your 3, definitely send Bilbo, and that's 8, 10.
10, right?
And Smaug is going to be at least 3. So we're going to have 8. I think I should send at least Nori and Balin. So we're 14 together.
14
Smaug.
for over 10?
Yeah.
And if you sent Thorin, that would be 17 over 11. That would be plus 6. So just as a... I'm not trying to suggest we do that, but that's the option. I do have a Radagast Cunning in my hand. I can't play it right now, but... So that's a shame. So that doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, and I mean, we're still over, and so we still need some like locations or enemies to come out to add threat. If we get the all treacheries again, we're going to be overquesting.
Right. Yeah, I think that 4 is reasonable. Plus 4 is reasonable.
All right.
Okay. So let's do this, Brutus. There's this Western Slopes. That's 2.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's actually 1, and secret entrance is 0 right now. So the hidden paths.
So it's 10. So there's 10 in the staging area, and then
another hidden path. So 12.
So we make 2 progress.
We'll clear that hidden paths and put a progress on Smaug, and we can try another Burgle attempt.
Right.
Or we do another Burgle. So match the revealed card's cost.
Do you have a lot of cards in your deck? Or in your hand?
Yeah, I've got 7.
Okay. And you have lots of 1s and 0s. So
we'll see what we get here, and we could get a second Baggins resource if we need it.
Yep.
That's a 3. So could also just take the attack from Smaug, unless we really want to try to get another treasure and hope for the best next turn with our questing. As we could also put another hidden paths in as the active slot.
Yeah, I think that we have to go through the Western Slopes as our active slot, because we can't have that much that many quest points on an active on a location that's active. Does that make sense? Because we'll have to quest over that active location. So whether you want to take the attack from Smaug or not, like, that's fine. You can take the attack and lose one of your folks, but I think we're going to end up traveling to whatever. Should you? I don't know. I like Dwalin. It's up to you. Get to choose. You get to pick. I don't care what you do.
Oh, you know what? Let's try to win this Burgle attempt, I guess.
Yeah, why not? Right? That seems reasonable. Hey.
Oh, there's a very good tail.
Right.
And so I just need to match its cost.
Who would have thought a spare hood and cloak came in so handy?
Yeah. Goodbye, spare hood and cloak.
Right.
So we can actually get another treasure.
Okay. That's phenomenal.
And we get the Mithril shirt.
Attached to Bilbo. That's phenomenal. Bilbo's becoming a reasonable defender at this point.
It's too
Okay.
bad Smaug is immune to card effects.
but but Bilbo isn't. So
Well, just the his sting ability. It's like, he could have damaged
oh yeah,
Smaug. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
nope,
yeah.
nope, you can't do that.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so now what?
So travel. You said you wanted to travel to the western
I think that
slopes.
that makes the most amount of sense.
All right, and we're gonna stay.
Do we stay or do we go? Do we stay or do we go?
Well, we still don't have Citadel plate on Gimli, and I have
Right.
more allies out this time. But
And I
as
won't
we
be able
saw,
to bring out another Gandalf this round. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like we stay. I mean, I know
all
that
right,
that kind of flies in the face of what we have been doing, but maybe it'll work.
okay.
Okay.
So
So
stay, travel to the western slopes there. I am going to use the travel action window to go ahead and very good tail.
okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least one ally. 5.
Oh, there goes all three of your very good tails too. Or do you have another very good tail in your hand?
No, that's all 3.
Okay. Because the burgle attempt was very good tail showed up, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay. I already got rid of my Gandalf, so I think we're ready.
Yep.
Control N, right? Okay, and I get to draw another card here. Oh my gosh. At least I'm ready for a burgle attempt. I
Well,
can't
I'm
play
for
any
sure
allies.
giving
Oh, I get 2
Bilbo
cards.
his mithril shirt.
Yep, that seems super good. Okay.
Not a faux hammer to be found.
Well, I have to kill stuff with foe hammer. That's the other
That's true.
problem. um, do I put this out? Do I do expecting mischief? I think
Sure.
so,
We
right?
haven't seen any of the enemies come up yet.
Right. I think that makes some sense.
I agree.
Okay. And then I guess that's all I'll do. Even though that's not a planning thing, I'm still gonna. So
I'm going to use King Under the Mountain. I don't need a second cram, whereas sneak attack, even with my thready Gandalf, is still good.
yeah.
All right, let's put out the Snowborn Scout, because we can use him to explore this hidden paths.
Okay.
I'll just make the math a little easier.
Yep.
And then let's give Thorin cram.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good there. Got some options if we need them.
I mean, you could bring Dwalin out. Oh, you're gonna keep the one for Test of Will, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. That seems okay. Okay, so should we quest?
Yep, I think so.
Okay, So I will quest for 2, 4, and then Bilbo for 6.
And I can send 7. So that's still, that puts us 1 behind the staging area right now.
1 behind, 6, 5, and 1 is 12. Oh look, I'm messing around with your thing. I forgot that I was on your on your hand. Okay.
Yep. So maybe, well, I guess you've got the expecting mischief out. So if we fail questing this time, it gives us another turn to build up a little bit.
Right, and I do have Radagast
Radagast.
Cunning if that happens. Doesn't
And
work
I've got,
against Smaug, but it works for other things. But if, again, if we burgle and we get another treasure, like like we're up against some bad Lonely Mountain stuff, so
right, and making it harder on ourselves to quest through the next portion.
right.
So I think we're okay. We also have lucky number to adjust our willpower.
But we are going to have to so only if we quest successfully, we don't have to make a successful burgle attempt, right? We just have to quest successfully in order to get to the next phase. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. So are we...
Oh, no, we do have to burgle successfully to get to the next thing. Because it says if successful, take the top treasure card from under Lonely Mountain in his hand. Then players may advance to stage 3.
Okay. So the first thing has to happen for then to
Right.
trigger. Okay. So what are we questing for?
We are currently questing for 11.
We're questing for 11. And there's 12 in the staging area, so we're not even going to pretend that this is going to work. Okay.
Well, not without us doing something like Lucky Number or Radagast.
Right. Okay.
Alright, so first card, Dark Bats, which you get expecting mischief.
They get mischieved right out of the thing. That's good. Okay. Goodbye, mischief.
And then we get Dragon Spell. So looks like that is going to go on Ballin.
What happens?
He gets -1
1
resource for each resource in his pool.
Right.
And he takes damage when he spends resources.
Ooh. I can't.
You do
I don't
have
have.
just a will to cancel it, but could also just let him take it and hope you draw a minor soon.
Right. We could do all that.
I think I want to save the test of will for that fighting among friends.
Okay.
In case we see that. It's only 2 more willpower we're losing this time versus like the half our willpower we lost last time that showed up.
Right. Okay.
So we're down 3 right now.
Down 3. So 8 versus 12. And I don't have any way to add or do anything with that. So do we have to raise our threat by 4?
2, 4, 6, 8. I must have miscounted somewhere in when I set my original teams. So we're losing ball, and I've got 5 still. And you're
Right.
sending 6. So we're 11
We're 11.
versus 12.
Okay. So do we quest neutral by sending Radagast Cunning, or Oh no, Radagast cunning is for enemies. So I guess we're raise our threat by 1, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's reasonable, and we don't have to worry about the burgle and
Right.
everything.
Yep. Okay.
3, yeah. I'm 7, 6. Yeah, we should have been questing for 13 earlier. I miscalculated. All right. So, I guess next round.
Yes. Okay. Well, this is when Beaufort comes out here. Oh wait, let me draw an extra card. Okay, so I get Secret Paths, but Beaufort is definitely coming out this round here. Boom.
All right, now I can play out Dwalin for 1. And still have a resource for Test of Will. King of the Mountain got me a Wandering Took, and discarded my Hasty Stroke.
Okay. And then do I put out Dory? That's the biggest question for me. If I bring out Dory, I'm not going to be able to play Gandalf for 2 more rounds. If I keep Dory in hand, I'll be able to play Gandalf not this round, but the next 2 rounds successively, which may be nice. Oh, I won't be able to do it. Yeah, I will. Okay.
I mean, we haven't really had to deal too much with assigning damage while we're
Right.
stalling here, so
The only good thing is that if Smaug makes an attack, I can put damage on him. So he'll be good later on. So that'll be okay. So that's what we'll do. We'll wait.
yeah. So I think we're at the point where we really need to stall a bit to avoid questing successfully, so we could try to make that last push.
Right. Okay. So questing. So are we stalling still, or are we gonna try to push through?
I think we still need to stall.
Okay.
Your side of the board's still looking pretty sparse there.
I know. Yeah.
And I've got, even my side, I've got some questing, 1 quest power people, but it's not a lot.
Right. Yep.
Unless I guess we really wanted to fight Smaug and we just like
We
try to make a massive swing at him.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is, but I say well, if we're not going to do anything, bringing out Nori may be the thing to do then. Or Dory, I mean. Right? Because having more people on my side is going to help.
Well, yeah, he's a willpower, so more quest power for that push next turn, whereas Gandalf doesn't advance our overall board state.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, let's quest here. So we're trying to quest neutral again, right?
Right.
So 2, 4, 6. I have 6. I could quest for 8 if we wanted to add an extra willpower, but and then how much are you questing for?
Well, since Ballin has no willpower anymore, I'm just sending Thorin and Nori for 5.
That's 11. And that means there's 11 in the staging area. Okay, so we're sending 11, and there's 11 in the staging area.
Yep.
We're never gonna get through the western slopes. Oh, well.
But that still is questing successfully.
Right. I know. Okie doke. Let's do this, Brutus. First,
Great Hall.
Great Hall. Okay. I do have a hidden paths that I can't use. Okay.
And then Dark Bats.
So that's
17.
17 against 11. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. Right?
Well, I can also lucky number to add Bilbo's 2 willpower to one of our questing people.
Oh, yeah. You could do that.
So that would mitigate some of the threat.
Right. Okay. Let's do that.
So we're only getting 4 threat off of that.
Okay. I mean, I'm not happy, but I'm not horribly sad either. Okay. I can kill the dark bats without anything happening, without running the risk of it becoming a attachment, because I have goblin cleavers in my hand. So
sounds good.
Okay, so we'll engage that guy. I will exhaust that and play Goblin Cleaver. I don't know why it went way over there. To
kill it.
Kill it. Now, I still don't have Foe Hammer. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Ready? Control N. That's 1. I get a second card. Oh, now I get Biffer.
Of course. Well, I don't need a second copy of Dwallin, so sneak attack it is from King Under the Mountain.
That's good. You have 2 sneak attacks in your hand?
I do.
I feel like we're getting to the point now where we probably want to get through this, because we do have 15 in the staging area. Well, theoretically 15 in the staging area. I don't know. We need to quest successfully at some point, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, if we do, we can't. I don't think we can afford to keep staying on this stage with biggie successful burgle attempts.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think now is the time. I have 3 allies in play. I have another couple in my hand. I have Gandalf. This is about as good as it's going to get, I think, from my point of view.
All right. Well, in that case,
4, 6, 8. I'll do 8.
I think I will sneak attack in my Gandalf during the questing here.
Okay.
Could have just played him outright, I guess.
Save the resources.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I am sending 9.
So I sent 8, and you're sending 9, so that's 17.
And Smaug is 6 threat this time.
All right, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6, 12, 13, 17. Okay, I do have a secret paths that we're probably going to have to play, but it is what it is.
All right.
I could have. Well, whatever. I have a thrower's map, so we can switch out
Oh,
active locations, and that helps a ton. We'll wait. So, okay.
okay.
I guess this is what it is at this point. Oh,
We have a
jeez.
great hall.
Okay, so that's another 4.
And then each player discards 2 random cards, and we gets +1 threat for each event discarded. You know what? I'm just gonna test to will that one. Because chances are I'd end up discarding one anyway,
Right.
and we'd have to eat the threat for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, I mean, we're not going to quest successfully, but I can do this, I guess. I mean, it's the only thing I have that can help us out. Having 2 great halls in the staging area is it's pretty rough.
Yep.
But if I do that, then we don't quest successfully.
Well, we don't raise our threat. We don't. Still not successful enough for us to attempt the burgle in advance.
Right. So do we raise our threat by 4 and I keep the secret paths, or I don't know.
I almost think you need to keep the secret pass, raise our threat by 4, just on the hope that next turn we can negate it and anything else that comes out.
Okay, raise your threat by 4. I will keep the secret paths.
I do also have a Galadrim's Greeting in my hand.
Okay, and I have 2 of the core set Gandalfs, so I can lower my threat by 5 if I need to. Okay.
Another Feely is not that helpful.
Oh, that's a bummer. I didn't get. This didn't give me any of my resources or draws any cards here. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm just not happy with what's going on here. So I'm gonna put Biffer into play. 1, 2, 3. So because I have 5 dwarves, draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay. And I do have a dwarven axe. I can't get to my I can't get to my Citadel plate. I've gone through half my deck and I still haven't gotten to Citadel plate yet.
So you at least have the Dwarven Axe, but even that gets Gimli up to what, +6?
Well, +4. And then he has 2 base, so 6 total, I guess. So I would love to have Citadel plate. Okay. Do we try to quest and get through this again?
We can certainly try.
I know. I don't know how we're going to do this. Okay, well. 2, 4, 6.
Sneak attack Gandalf back in.
Hey, Gandalf.
I will send 9. Oh, 11 with Bilbo.
So we're at 17. And there's 21 in the staging area.
Yep. I guess.
I have a burglar baggins and a secret paths. So that can help us get 6. So.
All right. We'll see if we get less than that then. Broken Crows, switch surges, Western Slopes,
So there's another.
and then put a progress on Smaug. And then we have to spend 3 Baggins resources or we would advance.
Okay.
And that's surges, so we now get weighed down. So if we're to have any hope of getting through this, we're just going to have to test a will that.
Okay.
So that's both test of wills.
And so that added 3. So we were at 21.
Right. So if you secret past the Great Hall.
Okay, so let's see here. So I'll spend the. Why that one over there? So I'll spend the 1 and we'll do secret paths on the Great Hall. So that's -4. And we don't have the Baggins resources. I guess we can do it now, though. That's 2. That doesn't get us very far.
So
we need
12,
one more. Somehow
13.
We need one more.
Yeah, you don't have the resource to play a second Radagast Cunning.
I don't have the resource to play the Radagast Cunning. But that's still going to get us neutral.
Yeah. So
do we do the one... do we raise 1 threat to just raise 1 threat? Or do we... to do we do that? Try it again next round and see what happens? Or what? Are we playing Burglar Baggins? That's the question.
I'd say keep the Burglar Baggins back and hope we find another secret paths to hopefully make it through next turn. So I don't know. Like I could hard cast my Gandalf next turn,
and
I'll be able to play my. Well, Wandering Took doesn't help us. Need like Loin or another questing ally that has more than 1 willpower.
Right. That's what we need, is more than 1 willpower allies. And yeah. Okay, so we raise our threat by 3 that's what you're saying.
Yeah, let's see how. To have any hope, we have to save at least something to adjust our willpower with next turn.
Well, I have Gandalf, so I can lower my willpower. Or not my willpower, but I can add willpower plus lower my threat. You know what I need? I need what is it? Lorian's Wealth or whatever it is. The one that gives me +1 for discarding cards.
Actually, was the Western Slopes came out right after the Croaking Crows, right?
Right.
So that not way down. We should have had to advance, or would have had to cancel the pretending to sleep because we didn't have the 4 Baggins resources to prevent us from advancing to stage 4A.
So you're saying we're going to have to go to stage 4A?
Or I would have used my test of will, and then we would have lost to weighed down probably.
Hmm. But this doesn't
But
get us. Oh yeah, it does get surge.
yeah, can't cancel the surge,
Well,
unfortunately.
we could exhaust the one ring and raise our threat by, and you raise your threat by one to give us the fourth resource.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot we had that still.
Right.
All right, so 48.
Okay.
All right. So winning quest successfully, can't travel, and then we got the crows. I've got lots of ready people to take the crows.
Yeah, I have Goblin Cleaver. I don't care. You take the crows. You deal with them.
All right, I'll let Dwalin defend the crows. Let's see if there's any shadow effect. There's shadow. No damage. And Orc and Orc Slayer and Keely can take care of them.
Longbeard Crow Slayer.
I think that's it for this round.
Okay, I did get a Radagast Cunning and a Foe Hammer. Ugh. Okay, I think I came up with a solution here. I only have.
Okay.
You're gonna hardcast Gandalf.
I can.
Okay, so what if we take, and I have Thror's map, right? And so I play Thror's map, and then what if I exhaust and we try to make one of these locations the active location? Like the secret entrance, and that reduces the Lonely Mountain by 3.
I guess it's the same as making a Great Hall the active, except we don't have to do the travel, the secret entrance, and it's only one progress to deal with.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so we're playing Eroded, right?
Yeah, so it gets discarded.
Okay, so we'll discard this. And then that's down to 3. Just for right this moment. Okay. Then you're Gandalfing this time around.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure I'm eliminated at the end of this round, no matter what. So I didn't have the resource for my Galadrim's greeting after raising threat for Bilbo's resource.
I hate this game. Ugh. What the heck? Why does this happen to us, Matt?
Because they didn't put Faramir in the recommended deck list.
Yeah, I know.
This would be a lot different if I could send allies.
Oh, yeah.
Most of
I mean, that's obviously it would be a ton different. I don't know. Should we see if we can at least quest through this? And here's the other thing: is we had 2 other opportunities to advance, and we chose not to.
right.
So, I mean, maybe it's on us.
Yeah, I think we needed to stick to the original plan of underquesting even early to try and avoid the burgle attempts until we have a board state to handle the next stage.
Right. Especially when you have like a 6th threat location that you just can't do anything with. Like, I don't know even how to explore the mountain, you know?
Well, we basically have to have mega willpower to get all the treasures,
Right.
and then still quest over it, and essentially just travel to it, explore it itself once all the treasures are acquired.
Right. So there's not really. I don't know.
Well, you would need like two questing decks.
Right.
Your deck isn't built to quest over the Lonely Mountain,
I
and
know.
mine can't, without Dane or Faramir, can't pull us both over it.
Right. And I think I only have one copy of Citadel Plate in this deck, and that's for sure. One copy Citadel Plate. There it is.
Okay, so if we're trying to build up an attack force, basically our options are like a Dwarven Axe and maybe one of the treasures on Gimli to get him up to 6.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you have treasures because you'll have like Glamdring and Orcrist. Like I could give you Orcrist. Like we never finished digging out the rest of the treasures from our deck.
Right.
And we stopped using Bilbo's magic ring. I don't know, Matt. I just don't know. Well,
I think the basic plan of like try to stall on this first stage and grab one treasure and then quest afterwards might still work. But we both kind of need people out
right.
to do that, or even if we built up, because we both have Gandalfs to try and whittle down Smaug, I guess, but whittling down Smaug seems harder than just questing through the second half.
Yeah.
So the second half is going to have a minimum of 10, and we got up to 20, but like we were questing for 17, but I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 willpower sitting on the sidelines because I couldn't send them without Smaug basically negating them.
Right. Plus you had Balin that was not, who's like eliminated or neutralized. That's the word I'm looking for.
I mean, he could still defend attack, but yeah, he couldn't spend his resources without killing himself.
Right.
And
Well,
I don't know. It's going to be really tough to try and get the right RNG without Faramir, I think.
I know. Well, I don't know.
I guess if we started approaching Dungeons Deep and Caverns Dim level of frustration, my suggestion would be just sideboard in Faramir.
Yeah. Well, who knows? I guess this just means, you know what all this conversation means is that we're going to have to take this scenario on one more time at least. So, I don't know. Well, everybody, join us again as we take on the Lonely Mountain at least one more time. Hopefully just one more time, but at least one more time. Okay, everybody, have a great day.